Well, hello there. What if I told you there was a product, I'm talking about the world's first alcoholic detoxifier that reduces blood alcohol content in as little as 30 freaking minutes. I'm not talking about some smoke and mirrors, some snake oil. We're talking about real deal Holyfield. You drink safety shot, and in 30 minutes can help you get sober. You have a sharper mind and body. It gives you liver support, gut support, hydration. So if you're that guy listening right now, you're like, oh man, it was Mother's Day. I was hanging out with my family, drank a little too much. I had to Uber home. I had to get a ride home from my buddy. Man, I wish I could have that shot. But I always leave early. My friends make fun of me. Well, now I got you covered, son. That's right. Safety Shot is here. And this Saturday, you got Usyk Fury, and your friends are going to be having a few drinks. And if Fury wins, like, let's do one more. Like, yeesh, I got to drive. Or I got to get up early because I got Little League baseball for my kiddo. I don't want to be hungover. I got you covered. This is real. We're talking about Safety Shot. So just go to drinksafetyshot.com, use the code Brendan, BRENDAN Starbucks, and you get 10% off. That's drinksafetyshot.com. Promo code is Brendan. You're welcome. Have a shot on me.
And now, Brendan Thiccc Schaub.
Well, hello, friends. It is Monday morning, May 13th. Summer is upon us. Favorite time of the year, although it's hot as hell in the valley. I like hot. I like it hot. I'm like a lizard. I like it hot out here. A lot going on. A lot of baseball. We are in the playoffs. I know you guys are just chomping at the bit, keeping updated with my son's Little League. Playoffs start next week. Single elimination with the number 2 seed. Could have forfeit this weekend, and you got an easier matchup. We decided to play the game, beat the hell out of the team. So we're heading to the playoffs. It's exciting time. Exciting time. Big deal. Big deal. Because travel ball starts up next month, and then I don't have to coach. Thank God, because I don't know baseball, you know? So looking forward to it, though. Happy Mother's Day's out there. Mother's Day was yesterday. Did you guys do anything to your mom?
Just to say, did I do anything to my
mom? Did you guys do anything to your mom?
Yeah,
no, we didn't. We.
Oh my gosh!
I called her. I guess if that's doing something to her.
Yeah.
Did you send your mom flowers or anything? I sent my mom flowers. She's in Aurora.
Yeah. I mean, there's 4 brothers, so Shane's kind of project leader. He's like, I'm sending her this. We're like, thanks, I'll Venmo you.
Type move. Checks the box. Chin, anything?
Yeah, they came over to my place, and then I ordered Nashville hot chicken. It's called Main Chick in Woodland Hills.
It's good?
It's actually really good, yes. They have like a dark meat and white meat.
Oh, I only like white. You guys like dark?
I did both.
Yeah. I don't.
It's good though. It's really good. Main Chick.
Like Main Chick, huh?
Main Chick.
Sounds nice.
Yeah.
My girls like me for the most part. Like, I don't materialistic things. I like things that my kids do. Like, you know, they draw cards and shit. So I woke the boys up early. Tiger had to be at the field at 7 a.m. So me and him got up at 5, which he doesn't mind. He's an early bird like me. He wrote his mom a card, you know, misspelled shit, whatever. I let it slide. I'm like, nah, just leave it, dude. He'll scratch at him like that. That makes it look worse. Like, they get it. You're 8. It's all good, baby. You got spelling like your dad, you know? So he gets it. That's it. And then we had like a pool party, carne asada. Your boy grilled the carne. Ooh. Can't let my father-in-law do it because he likes everything well done. I don't get down with that. I don't think meat should be well done. I think it should be rare or medium rare. So your boy takes over the grill master here. Tough to do, too. The scale of difficulty on my grill, very high because that thing catches everything on fire. Needs to be cleaned. But I like the old seasoning on the grill because it gives things flavor. So
Al Bundy style.
Is that what Al Bundy does?
Remember he leaves like all the charcoal from like forever.
Smart
and stuff. Yeah.
That's where all the flavor comes from, man.
Yeah,
all the flavor goes there. Al Bundy. We also have something in common. He played football at Polk High, so he played football just high school though. So I beat him there. And then we also both sold women's shoes.
You sold women's shoes?
I worked at Finish Line in the ladies department.
Nice.
The more you know, kids. The more you know. Tough gig. Not fun. Whatever. So this weekend, you got a doozy. Now, I told you the UFC for May it's going to be a snooze fest. Even though we'll get into the fight night somewhat, the fight night from St. Louis was fantastic. This is another reason the Apex should kick rocks and they should do more events at the actual city that the fighters are from. That's what the UFC was built on. They need to go back to that. Dana agrees. We'll get into why they're doing it at the Apex, obviously for financial reasons. And now that they're with TKO, I'm sure TKO, who didn't come up with the UFC and Dana the way they did, they're like, well, no, we're saving money. We're actually making money because we don't have all the expenses. Let's just keep doing it at the Apex. But it sucks, especially for the fighters and especially for the fans. So St. Louis proved that point by leaps and bounds how much more exciting it was. So point is May slow for the UFC. But for boxing, it's fantastic. You had Lomachenko fight this Saturday. Absolutely destroyed homeboy from Australia. He looked fantastic. And then this Saturday, you have Tyson Fury versus Usyk. It's finally going down. You have 8 belts on the line, and we will finally be able to say who the best, basically pound for pound. Everyone knows the heavyweight dominates everything, but basically you're going to be able to tell your friends who the best heavyweight on the planet is, and arguably the best heavyweight of all time. This Saturday, it's going to be very clear, finally. Shout out to the Saudis for getting it done. I know there's some weird stuff with that and the money and all. I don't get into those battles. All I'm saying is if it wasn't for the Saudis putting this fight together, we probably would have never seen it because it's boxing, right? And it's a nightmare. But the Saudis are like, nope, we want to see it. Money talks. I think both men just are guaranteed, I want to say 60 million. That might be in pounds, but I'm pretty sure it's 60 million each. That's why this fight got done. So it's not only is it the biggest fight in heavyweight history, probably in 25 years, but it's also they're getting the purses like it's the biggest fight in 25 years. So shout out to Fury and Usyk for getting it done. Shout out to the Saudis for getting it done. They're putting a bunch of fights that we want to see finally because the money talks. Like I said, there's 8. There's going to be the unification for the number 1 heavyweight champion of the world. There's 8 belts on the line. Here's where this gets kind of dicey. So I'm the biggest Fury fan in the world. I think one of the reasons a lot of the experts, quote unquote, or whatever I am, or the YouTubers or the analysts, or again, the experts are giving kind of Usyk such a chance to win this fight is you're basing it off Fury's performance against Francis, which I don't think is fair. And I'd even go further with that I think Usyk's team isn't even going to watch the Fury tape. I think it's a complete waste of time. I think you learn nothing from that. I think Fury didn't take it serious. I think we saw that with the Anthony fight, with Anthony Joshua fight, where he completely dominated Francis and just starched him. So I think that showed us more that Fury didn't take this serious, because I do think Fury beats Anthony Joshua 10 times out of 10. And Anthony Joshua absolutely dismantled Francis. Now, that's not taking anything away from Francis, because even at Fury at a 5 out of 10 should be able to just mop the floor with Francis. And Francis not only, I thought, won the fight, but knocked him down. Shout out to Francis. They're going to make movies about him. Insane what he did. Take Francis out of this. Shout out to Francis. Keep doing your thing, King. When it comes to Tyson Fury, if you're a Tyson Fury fan, you know that wasn't the Tyson Fury that we know and love. That was a weird version of Tyson. He thought that was going to be an easier fight than it was. Didn't look great. And so the odds are closer than they should be in this Fury-Usyk fight because of that. I think you got to toss it out. That was a weird kind of hybrid, off the path fight for Fury. So if you take that out of it, and you take the Fury performance out of it versus Francis, and then you look at just Fury Usyk, I know a lot of people are giving Usyk, the win by decision. I do, and I'll be completely transparent. Fury is my favorite fighter in all combat sports, period. He's my favorite. I think he's the most entertaining. I think he's the best heavyweight of all time. I think he beats Tyson, Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, Usyk. I think he beats everybody. I think he's the best to ever do it. He's good at everything. There's no holes in his game. That being said, the stylistic matchup between Usyk and Fury is kind of a problem, meaning you have a cruiserweight who moved up to heavyweight, and Fury, who's a natural heavyweight, who's 6'8", 6'9", some might say. And the way these guys match up and the hype going into this fight, and we've waited for it so long, you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be disappointed because the way these two gentlemen fight doesn't make for the most entertaining fight. You're not going to get a knockout. You might get a knockdown if you were to land something on him, especially a body shot. Usyk, if you're going to point at 1 weak point with Usyk would be, to the body. But you're talking about a 6'9" guy going to the body on a smaller guy. Can he get done? For sure. So there might be a knockdown there with a body shot or a glance and blow from Fury. But this fight's not going to be stopped due to punches. It's not going to be stopped due to knockouts. You're going to get a decision fight. And because it's boxing, right? It's going to be super controversial. So we're going to be back in here Monday, and I'm going to ask you two gentlemen, for those of you just listening, I'm talking about Chin and Casey. I'm going to say, who do you think won the fight? You're going to say Fury. You're going to say Usyk. I'll probably say Fury because I'm biased. But the overall message, the overall takeaway is going to be it's controversial, and it's going to be either a split decision or a draw. And what alludes me to that is these Saudis have already stated that there will be a rematch in October. They're already throwing it up for you. There's gonna be a rematch in October. Well, what? That's weird. Well, what if Fury knocked him out in like 30 seconds? They just do a rematch in October? That's weird. So I think the table is set for us to get the rematch in October. I think it's gonna be super controversial. I don't think it's gonna be crazy exciting. I think to the trained eye, there's gonna be a lot of chess going on. It's going to be great. If you like boxing, the sweet science, and you know the sweet science, you're going to love this. It's going to be a battle of chess. But if you're just a casual and you're watching this because it's two heavyweights and you hear that they're the best, but you're really not paying attention to boxing, you're going to be really disappointed. This thing's not going to be knock your socks off, Ryan Garcia or a Tank Davis. You're not seeing that. It's just not a Wilder Fury. That's not happening. Joshua Klitschko, that ain't happening here. They're the two best for a reason. Both of them have phenomenal defense. Usyk probably a little better defense. He's naturally a cruiserweight. His defense is ridiculous. His head movement's ridiculous. But I think you're going to get a lot of footwork from Tyson. I think he keeps Usyk at the end of his jab. And I do think he wins more rounds than loses. And he should be the winner by decision. Either way, I think this goes to decision, but it's going to be super controversial. And we're going to come back here on Monday, and you're going to say Usyk, you're going to say Fury. I'll side with Fury because I'm biased, and that's how this is going to go. But it's going to be one for the ages because you have the two very best, the most talented out there. There's nobody more talented than these two gentlemen, but stylistically, it doesn't make for a rock'em sock'em robot fight or knockdowns or knockouts like you guys like out there, especially the casuals. But if you enjoy the sweet science, this is for you. This is for you. But outside that, not an exciting fight. But I do think the Saudis are doing the Lord's work, giving us fights we want to see, regardless, even though stylistically this doesn't match up for a super exciting fight, but at least we're seeing the fight. And I do think what happens is I think we get two more fights out of Tyson Fury. I think we get an Usyk rematch, and we finally get Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. Because of the Saudis paying all the money. And Fury rides off in the sunset with, I don't know, $300 million just from those three fights probably, making all the money in the world. So the odd makers, we're looking at DraftKings. They have it minus 120 for Tyson Fury, Usyk plus 100. Over 10.5 rounds is minus 320. So the odd makers have it going to a decision as well. Basically 3-1 that it goes to decision.
I looked it up too. It says it's supposed to be like 150 mil top, like that. That's how much everyone's getting paid, and Tyson Fury gets 70% of that, so that's like 105 mil.
Jesus Christ,
Tyson. That's what it looks like online.
That's wild. That's wild. Good for them. Good for them. But again, siding with Fury on this. Take out the Francis fight performance. I know, bit of wasn't your normal Francis, but take that out of the equation. I think we'd all pick Fury for the most part. Usyk's a natural cruiserweight who's coming up to heavyweight, doing his thing. His biggest glaring hole is the shots to the body, but Tyson's 6'9", so it might be an issue for him. You'll hear some people say, if they were the same size, Usyk wins every round. No doubt. Yeah, you're no doubt. And if Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson, was 240 pounds, he would dominate. But he's not. Neither is Usyk. So it's a stupid argument, isn't it? It's a freaking stupid argument. But again, this fight goes to decision. Would bet my last dollar on it. It goes to decision. It's controversial. Could even be a draw, but to me, a split decision at best. Again, leaning towards a draw, and we get the rematch in October. That's how this goes down. Not very exciting, but if you enjoy the sweet science, it's going to be fantastic. That's what you get this weekend. I'll be watching. I go get a Monster Jam at 6 p.m. This thing starts at, I think, 3 or 3:30 Pacific time. That's as far as Fury and Usyk walking out. I think the card starts at noon, but you know how they do. Because it's boxing. So you're going to get a terrible undercard, an awful undercard nobody wants to see, and you have to sit through that because they think it builds those people up. And then you're going to get a lot of dancing because they got to do it for the Sheik or whatever. They do those weird performances that we don't want to see, poorly produced. And then you get the fight. So it starts at 2 Eastern, which is 11 our time. Main event walks at 6:05, so that Eastern time. So that would be 3:05 our time. But it's boxing, right? So they'll probably walk at 4. Now I have to beat a Monster Jam. Monster Jam starts at 6 p.m. There's nothing my son, Basti, who is 4 years old, loves more than Monster Jam. So I'm going to need you boys to walk at fucking 3:05. Can you do that for me? Because otherwise, I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss this controversial decision. But I know how it's going to go. You know what? I probably don't need to watch, and that's what's going to happen. But I'd like to see it. I'd like to talk about it on Monday from seeing it. I don't want to just go off clips like Callan does on the internet. I'd like to watch it myself. But I do got to get to Monster Jam by 6. It means I got to leave the house about 4:45. Okay? Let's take a little break from talking the biggest fight in boxing history because the NBA playoffs are heating up and my Nuggets are heating up. That's right. You counted them out. They were down 0-2 to Minnesota. Well, guess what? They went to Minnesota and clapped them cheeks. It's 2-2 now, son. It's 2-2 now. What's up now? We're the defending champions. Y'all must have forgot. Jokic, Murray, Holler. So if you want to watch the Nuggets win this series 4-2, which probably is going to be done because going back to my hometown to Denver, Colorado, you can bet with my friends at DraftKings. That's right. DraftKings is official sports betting partner of the NBA. Teams are knocking on the door of the conference finals, and DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered every step of the way with same-game parlays, live betting, odds boosts, so much more. Don't miss out on the NBA postseason winds down. It's super easy to get started with DraftKings if you're a first-timer. If you're a first-timer, just try betting on something like a team to win, Nuggets. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, select your team, and place your first bet. It's that freaking simple. If you're new to DraftKings, you got to check this out. New customers bet $5 to get 150 bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use the code Schaub Show, SCHAUB Show. That's code Schaub Show for new customers to get 150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Go Nuggets.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or in West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-878-97777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 plus age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See dkng.co/bball for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gaming resources.
When I started podcasting, an online store was the furthest thing from my mind. All right? Now I'm selling shirts, slanging them left and right. Oh my God. With the giveaway truck, we're launching merch, and guess who's behind it? Shopify. Because it's so easy. Shopify makes it all easy. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business, from the launch your online shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way to we just hit $1 million stage. Shopify is there to help you grow. They're going to be the full power behind my new truck car giveaway show. That's right. So Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout, up to 36% better compared to other leading commerce platforms, and sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S. Plus, Shopify's extensive help resources are there to support your success every step of the way. I talk to them all the time. They're sick of me, but they are great 24/7. Because businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/shop, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/shop, all lowercase, now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/shop, all lowercase. Cha-ching. Will you guys be watching this?
Yeah.
You're
not crazy about it, huh?
It's just the timing stuff. Like Saturday in the middle of the day, yeah, I'll probably be on the golf course. I'll probably be on the 15th hole.
You'll be golfing at 3, though?
Yeah.
Why don't you golf at 9 a.m.?
Okay, I will.
All right. And then drop, whatever it is. It has to be $80? Right.
Yeah,
on.
no, that's actually perfect.
Be a nice little day for you.
Yeah.
Little golf in the morning, 18 holes, too many holes, but 18 holes. And then you can watch this controversial decision of Usyk Fury.
$80 for how long? How many hours is that?
4 hours.
Golf's 4 hours?
Yeah.
That's if you can play, though. If you can't, it's about 6.
Yeah. If you're out there for 6 hours, you got a problem. You need to hit the range.
No doubt. You ain't lying. So yeah, that's Usyk Fury. And then you had a fight night Saturday night in St. Louis, Missouri. Great card. It was a fun card. The energy from the crowd was fantastic. Obviously, Joaquin Buckley is kind of the narrative here because of his post-fight shout out, call out, we should say, but also fighting in his hometown. My take on his call out of Conor McGregor is he just missed the mark. Even his home crowd was booing him for it because he went bad on Conor, saying, your great-great-grandpa was a whore or something. Like, it was this weird kind of, everyone's like, what are we talking about? He's like, I looked into it. It's like, you definitely look into it. The whole call out was weird. He's so off the mark. This would be like some open micer calling out Shane Gillis. It doesn't make a ton of sense, and we know you're not going to get a rebuttal from Conor. I highly doubt he would rebuttal this. Conor's looking for bigger paydays and bigger names. So for Joaquin Buckley at welterweight, and he's coming over off a huge win over Vicente Luque. Now this fight, he's fighting this, whatever he is, 6'5" monster at welterweight, and he looked fantastic. One judge had it 30-26. 30-27 I think is more fair. 29-27 is hilarious, but 30-27, one of the judges is actually doing their job, got it right. He passed the test, had a very tough test in his hometown, co-main event. He has to be on this card, and he's won, I think, 4 in a row now. He has a win over Vicente Luque. He beat Homeboy, who's, very tough fight for him on his home turf. And so, yeah, he's won 4 in a row. So you get the mic, and it's national TV, and you call out Conor McGregor, which is never happening. The guy has a fight coming up it's never happening, right? It's never happening. That'd be like me calling out Mr. Beast on YouTube. It's so stupid. Such a waste of time. But shooters are going to shoot. I'm not mad at them. Shooters are going to shoot. It was so bad. We're talking about it now. But there's so many people at 170 that he should have his sights set on. Gilbert Burns, Ian Gary. There's so many guys he could have called out who are in front. Sean Brady, I'd love to see a fight. Sean Brady and his opponent are training partners, so there's this kind of revenge tour there. That would be fun. JDM's looking for, a dancing partner, even though with the surgery, we'll see. E. Machado, Gary's huge name, but you have Wonder Boy in front of you, Sean Brady, E. Machado, Gary, Gilbert Burns. The Conor thing you're ranked number 11, dude. It doesn't make any sense. And even dating the post-fight press conference, that's not happening. I haven't thought of it's definitely not happening. So he should have done something that was more realistic. Even though shooters are going to shoot, call out Ian Gary. Ian Gary respond. Ian Gary fire away in the same division, both young, prospects. That makes sense. Gilbert Burns, vet, we all know, tough guy, be a great fight. Sean Brady, young guy, prospect. That makes sense. Wonderboy Thompson, all right, I get that. He's ranked ahead of you. We can see that come to fruition. Conor, it's like, God damn it. It's such a waste of a call out. And the way he did it, he went kind of below the belt there. No pun intended, went below the belt, saying your great grandpa's a whore, family, like all this whore stuff. It's like, oh, God, this was not well thought out. Maybe he's just excited. I don't know. But the whole card was good. Derek Lewis versus Rodrigo. Sloppy. Say it best, sloppy. Derek did his thing, finally landed the big punch, knocked him out for the most knockouts in heavyweight history. He's going to do his thing. That's why I think he's been either tied or has one more main event than Anderson Silva. Do you guys know that?
Main events?
Yep. With his fight nights, pay-per-views, he's had just as many as main events, or has Anderson Silva beat by one. Fighters with the most main events. Anderson holds a record of his 25. He's main event 20 times.
That's on 2022, though. Let's see. I know for sure knockouts.
No, he's right up there.
As of May 11th, most finishes.
Type in how many main events has Derek Lewis had. Now, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it because he's must see TV. He's either gonna lose by a super boring decision, right? Unless Matt Mitrione hits him with his hip, but it's either a very boring decision and they take him down and you're like, oh God, here we go again, or he lands one. It's fantastic. So you can see why he's. What is Derek Lewis record now?
Nothing's popping up.
Nothing?
No.
Bottom line is you can see why they do it.
Yeah.
He knocks dudes out. But the fight's a little sloppy.
Yeah, I thought he was like gassing out, and then finally he just went buck wild and hit him.
Oh, go up? So there it is. Main event. He's tied for fourth with 15 main events. Or that's finishes.
Finishes.
So he's tied for fourth with finishes. He's tied with Dustin Poirier, Matt Brown. He's tied with Matt Brown and DP. And then Cerrone, Jim Miller, and Charles Oliveira is number one. This is only finishes?
Finishes. But knockouts, I think he has the record for knockouts.
But do they not have
Main events?
you're going way too fast, Jen.
Sorry.
Way too fast. No. Keep going up. Go up. Yeah. That's most total fight time. You're not going to win that. Most wins in calendar year, no. Most bouts by division, no. Andrei Arlovsky, good luck beating that. 40.
He's
40
fighting again, too.
Most bouts, nope. Jim Miller has that at 44.
So that's the top right here.
Yeah, they don't have title fights on here, huh? That's weird.
In title bouts here. John Jones.
That's just records. But that's title bouts. We want just main events. No, you type in title. We want main events, not title.
Yeah, we did that, though. It didn't show up. Oh, here. Most pay-per-view main events?
Nope. Fight nights. Like, we need all of it. Nah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. No, it's main events, like fight nights and pay-per-view. But he's right. He's close to some of the, you would never think of it, but he's right there with some of the biggest names you've ever heard of. Rightfully so. Knockout artist. What if you typed in how many main events has Derek Lewis been in? How many main events?
We did that. It just pops up his wiki.
Keep going down. Let's see. Keep going down. Maybe like the bottom there. Keep it going.
We'll keep it going.
Nothing, huh? His post fight was he took his pants off.
Mm-hmm. And he mooned the audience too.
That was funny.
Yeah.
You can't help but love him. That was funny.
So 19 victories in heavyweight competition.
Second most behind Arlovsky at 23. Ooh, will he get to 23? He'll be close.
15 stoppage victories. Most in divisional history.
They don't say anything about the main event. Isn't that weird?
Where'd you get the 15 knockouts, blah, blah, blah.
They don't want to give up the main events? Is that, huh? Okay.
not.
That's fine. We'll get over it. Let's move on.
All right.
Someone will find it for us. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, Derek Lewis, he looked good. Other guy, not so much.
And also that dude, back at the card, Robelis.
No,
Spain.
Carlos Olberg.
Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah.
What Carlos Olberg did to Alonzo Mendenfield was fucking disrespectful. The way he treated him, I think it's like the fourth fastest knockout ever in 12 seconds.
Yeah, 12.
Does Jorge hold the record or does Dwayne Ludwig?
I think there's someone else. Hold on. Let's see. Fastest knockouts in UFC history.
God, it's tough to beat Jorge. That flying knee. Who can beat that? Yep. Jorge has the fastest one ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's going to be damn near impossible to beat. Literally just sprinted. Ding. Knockout. Jorge Masvidal, 5 seconds. And I think Dwayne was at like six.
Yeah,
Yep.
6 seconds.
Todd Duffy, 7.
That's crazy. I remember this one.
Todd Duffy did it with a jab.
And Korean Zombie versus Mark Hominick. It's the same kind of thing too. How Mendenfield just came in like crazy, and then Olberg just like started pounding away.
God,
Same thing with
throwback name James Irvin over Houston Alexander. 2
that guy was.
throwbacks.
They were both jacked. Remember?
Jacked City.
So jacked.
Jacked City. Leon Edwards up there. Rosenstruck up there. My boy Dwayne Ludwig still holding down 6 seconds. I don't think 5 seconds ever going to be beat. I don't know how you do it faster. Literally, I guess if you had someone who can sprint faster than Jorge, but it's also the way Ben Askren went towards him too. So they're both meeting. So both guys have to just sprint at each other to beat 5 seconds. That might be the toughest record to beat ever in UFC history. I don't think anybody's going to.
They would have to literally just run at each other like.
And and then the ref would have to call it at like 4 seconds. It's going to be tough to beat. 5 seconds is fucking wild. Wild. Shout out to my boy Todd Duffy. Tim Hague, I'm pretty sure I remember that as a jab. Dwayne Ludwig, Jonathan Goulet. Old school, dude. Old school. Our boy Terrence McKinney. Oof.
I feel so bad for him, dude.
I know, I love that
Good
guy.
dude, yeah.
God, straight
That sucks.
freaking to the face. Kick to the face. Bad knockout. Really bad knockout. But what Olberg did was just, he's a savage. What he did to Alonzo Mendenfield is just disrespectful. Sean Woodson slowly coming up. Real contender at featherweight. Chase Hooper, dude.
Yeah.
24. Been in the UFC since he was 20. Getting some of that grown man strength. Hitting that puberty. This dude beat the shit out of homeboy.
He did really, really well, yeah.
God, he beat his
He's killing
ass.
it.
Dominated. What else you got, Jen?
Oh, real quick though, this guy Robelis de Spain, he was like this huge up and coming fighter. He has the longest reach.
Yeah, the
in UFC
taekwondo
history.
cat.
Yeah, super tall.
Looked terrible.
Did Olympics.
Yeah, looked terrible. Terrible.
It was not great. As soon as he gets taken down,
I watched those two and I go, I bet I could fight right now. Is that weird? I'll watch them and I'm like, I bet I could beat them.
One more, dude.
Maybe I should dust off the old gloves.
Make
But
that
when I
money,
watch them, I'm
dude.
like, maybe I should dust off.
Yeah,
the old
make
gloves.
that money.
If these guys are on the main card, maybe I should dust off the old gloves.
Dude,
They were
that would be
so bad
incredible.
looking. I was like, I could beat them. Probably not going to strike with homeboy Robellis, but grappling wise, and that Waldo Cortez Acosta. Okay, that's your grappling. Okay, maybe she does something well. Maybe it does well. I looked at my son and went, go get the gloves. Go down the gloves.
Dude, that'd be amazing if you actually even entertained it. Just one more. The money. And share it with us.
I don't know if the UFC is going to pay me big money to fight Waldo.
Not Waldo.
I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know if the UFC is going to be like, here's, like I'm fucking Jake Paul. Here's $10 million. Now, bare knuckle, Game Bread might.
But would you want to do bare? I don't think you'd.
Not really.
Yeah.
Would I? Yeah, maybe.
What's the price though? Like,
It depends on price, opponent. I don't know.
$5 million?
Sure.
That was easy.
That's super easy.
I prefer it's in the UFC though.
That would be
If I'm
dope,
going to do it, I bleed.
I'm pretty
UFC.
sure they would. I have a feeling, dude, they would absolutely do that if you wanted to.
Well, call up Dana.
Case, go for it.
Okay.
Get him on the horn. O'Reilly Auto Parts. O'Reilly. They're in the business of keeping your car on the road. O'Reilly Auto Parts offers friendly, helpful service and parts knowledge you need for all your maintenance and repairs. Whatever you need, they got you covered. I have a 20-year-old Ford Lightning. They had the parts, and if they didn't, they came the next freaking day. They've got thousands of parts and accessories in stock, either in-store or online, so you never have to worry if you're in a jam. The O'Reilly team got you covered. The team at O'Reilly Auto Parts can test your battery for free in or out of your car. If it needs to be replaced, bam, they help you find it just the way you need to get back on the road. Need your windshield wipers replaced? We got you. Brake light fixed? We got you. Quick service? We got you. They help you find the right part or point you to the nearest local repair shop for help. Whether you're a car expert or a freaking rookie when it comes to cars, the employees at O'Reilly Auto Parts are knowledgeable, helpful, and best of all, super friendly. Professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts are your one-stop shop for all things auto do-it-yourself, and you can find what you need in-store or online. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit them at O'ReillyAuto.com/Schaub, S-C-H-A-U-B. That's O'ReillyAuto.com/Schaub. O'Reilly. This dude is wild.
Yeah, so this just happened really recently.
I wish my dad had that energy.
Yeah, so Tyson Fury's dad, John Fury, there's like Usyk's, it says Usyk's team member, but it looks like Usyk's fans. It might be a team member. Anyways, they're going like yelling, Fury, Usyk.
The guy who he gets headbutted, he's all, ow. The headbutt's fucking hurt, man. He hits him so hard in the face with his head.
That his own head started bleeding. So this
You can tell the guy doesn't do shit either. The guy's like, ow. God, I wish my dad kept this energy. Do you think it's a TRT thing, or it might just be a family Fury thing? I bet their testosterone is through the roof. You know how aggro you have to be to headbutt another man because he's shouting your son's opponent's name? Now look at this. They're just sitting there yelling at each other. Fury, the other side says Usyk. These are also hardcore Ukrainian dudes. I like his face. He's all, ow, ow, ow. He's just kind of, ow.
And then that's him.
Savage. I'm going to send that to my dad. You need to defend me like Fury's dad does, bro.
When you're back in the UFC.
That'd be sick if my dad headbutted somebody. His teeth are similar to mine. What else you got? City skyline. Just all jumbled up.
Oh, so Dana White said at the press conference after the last fights that UFC 303 is the biggest gate of all time. That's the one with Chandler versus McGregor, June 29th. It says way over 20 million. This is what he's saying. Who knows if it's actually true?
I bet he's right. Conor comeback fight? Me and Case, no one rides Conor more than us.
Oh, Casey, dude, especially Case. But yeah, so this is from
I'm
Combat.
right behind him.
This is from
love
Combat
Conor
Talk. It shows the gates here.
Eddie Alvarez, 17-7. Khabib, wow.
I thought it was
Eddie and
There's
Conor outdid Khabib and Conor.
That's surprising, yeah.
Damn, how about well, it's UFC 300.
300. It's a huge, yeah.
Yeah.
Huge
Wow. It's a big deal. But Conor Chandler, 20 mil.
He's saying over, but yeah.
Did you watch the press conference?
Yeah. Which parts?
I mean, there's just, there's a lot of controversy because it just highlights the unprofessional kind of take of the media these days around the UFC. That lady was asking to be branded.
Branded by a cowboy? Yeah, like that was weird. I wanted to see her face. I didn't know who she was.
I saw her face I saw it on Twitter because she was going at Ariel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which it's just not a good look. It just highlights. I mean, I think there's room for that silliness. Like what she's doing, I think she's harmless, and but I think where she fucked up is when Dana goes, "Why would you want?" That's her on the top left.
The Asian? She's Asian?
Yep.
Whoa.
That's your people, man.
She does not look anything like I thought, though.
Talk to him.
I'll talk to her,
Talk
dude.
to her, chick.
I'll find her, yeah.
You have her in your phone already?
What the
Talk
hell?
to her. Yeah, and then Dana was like,
Oh,
why would you
bro.
want to get branded? And she said, for clout. I'm like, oh, that's where we messed up.
She didn't seem like right in the head then, right?
I don't think so. Anybody who wants to get burned by a steel
And saying straight
stake.
up for clout.
Yeah, and then say it for clout, and I'll be the female BMF. I'm like, BMF, that doesn't make you a BMF. I don't have a problem with it. The problem I have is it's only this now. Where before you'd have, questions from like Brett Okamoto before he was, under the UFC thumb. You have Ariel, you have Luke Thomas, you have, Damon Martin. You'd have the boys. You'd have the guys there and they would be doing their job. And then you splash that in to mix it up. I'm fine with that. But those guys are gone. They're not allowed in there. So now you just have this, and it's like, oh, God, man, this is bad. That's all it is.
And she had credentials, apparently, to be a reporter, so that's even weirder.
But that's the UFC. Like, they want to control the narrative. Again, I get it. They don't want those. No one's done a better job at forming the narrative to make sure you don't bring up tough questions. So, like, no, just ban it. Fuck them. MMA journalism's gone. They have their lane and they have their channels where they can write and post whatever they want. But as far as it being on the UFC, like MMA journalism, like it used to be, that's gone. This just proves that. And then she gets mad at Ariel. Like, again, I don't have an issue with her doing that if there were real credentialed MMA journalists in the arena asking legit questions. But it's only this, which you can't have. That makes a mockery of the sport. That's the problem. Dana was funny. So Ariel put, this is what the UFC wants at their press conferences. Make no mistake about it. The sport has come so far. It has evolved so much. The UFC is on fire. The athletes are more talented than ever. The media, however, has gone backwards. Embarrassing. Yeah, think how hard Ariel's worked to get there. And then she says, maybe do not question my relevancy or my right to be in that room without understanding everything that goes in. It's news media. I'm new, and you are not the end-all, be-all, Ariel. Oh, let's see it.
Okay.
What's up, fight fans? I just wanted to jump on here and address something real quick. You can hear it in my voice. I was at UFC Fight Night, Derek Lewis versus Nascimento. It was a good night. Some of you guys might recognize my voice from the post-fight press conference. I was the female reporter that asked Dana White about Twisted Steel and specifically about getting branded at the World Finals, Ariel Helwani. I've got a lot of respect for you as a reporter and as a trailblazer in combat sports media because without you, I wouldn't have the job that I have. And a lot of people wouldn't have the jobs that they have. But you need to recognize too, yeah, you're a journalist, you podcast, you talk to fighters. You and I are in very different lanes. And on top of that, you made it out to seem like I was asking an irrelevant question. Dana White's got a very competitive PBR bucking bull that I have been following since November of last year. I've been chasing the Cowboy story, the bull ride, the 8 seconds for glory, since they announced it. I was one of the first MMA reporters to actually give a shit about that story. And I'm one of the only combat sports personalities that shows up at the PBR. Other than the Monster Crew, I was the only one in Jacksonville covering Twisted Steel.
There's a reason
and I
for
went
that,
out
but-
specifically to Albuquerque. So maybe don't question my relevancy or my right to be in that room without understanding everything that goes in. And maybe don't clip the one part of the conversation that Dana took a little bit too far and that I rolled with. It's news media. I am new. And you are not the end-all be-all, Ariel.
Hell yeah, girl. Yeah, I mean,
Well, I mean,
it's not her fault. Like
she's trying to do her thing. Yeah.
She's just doing her thing. She's trying to find her space. You know, her problem is not her problem. It's just the way it is. Like it's not journalism. It's entertainment value, right? Her problem is she's going up against talent like Nina. That's your competitor. Good luck. That's gonna be tough.
And
like her and Ariel aren't even in the same boat.
And the branding thing is just, that kind of like ruins. I mean, it just kind of messes up her credentials.
No, now she's gonna be known for this.
Yeah.
That's what sucks. And she seems
brand,
cool,
yeah.
seems nice, but
Yeah.
now she's gonna be known as that. You know, it sucks for her. And Ariel's issue, I would imagine, isn't with her. It's with the current state of MMA journalism. But she's not even a journalist. She's in MMA entertainment. Does that make sense?
I mean, I guess she's
So
trying to do it,
she's just caught strays because Ariel's frustration, and he's right, saying, you know, like, this is who they allow in. This is what the UFC wants. Like, this is insane. Like, this big fight night, and Joaquin Buckley's, you know, doing his thing, calls out Conor, and her questions about getting branded by, you know, Cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, you know.
yeah.
But I there shouldn't be beef between those two, and I don't think Ariel's beef is with her, specifically Abby. I don't think it's specifically with her. I think it's with the current state of how Dana's eliminated the real pros, like himself, Luke Thomas, Chuck Mendenhall, like all those guys, and then you have this. I think there's room for both. I really do. I think there has to be room for both. Just like the NFL has room for both, the NBA has room for both, the UFC has room for both, but the UFC's issue right now is they're only allowing the entertainment side, which fills the cups for the casuals, but for the people that came up with the UFC, it does not fill our cup. You asking to get branded, you know, just Conor's not even at the event, you just asking Conor questions, like that doesn't do much for us. And that entertainment arena is getting pretty full. And at the helm of it is Nina, and she has all the access, and you're never going to be able to keep up with it. It's not happening. She's already cut that lane, and she's the face of it. So now you're competing not only with her, but then if you want to go to the journalism side, that gets even deeper. So it's tough. Very tough to make a living in MMA right now.
Yeah. So if she wanted,
I have zero issue with her. I think she's cool if this is what she wants to do. And to her point, nobody else is covering Cowboy versus that bull, riding the bull. Also, Cowboy, I'm not even trying to be funny. And then also, like, you guys know Cowboy blew out his bicep, so the race isn't happening. Or the do we call it a race? Or
I don't know.
Jumping on the bull is
Bull
probably
riding.
not happening soon, like they planned. I'm sure he'll do it, just he blew out his bicep. We're supposed to do a race together in June in Texas, and he can't do it because he blew out his bicep.
yeah, and the way she's responding is like this is the first time I listened to this, but she's wanting to be taken as a real journalist. Then you're saying like just ask the real journalist questions, not this random branding crap, you know?
Yeah, my thing is, I don't even know if she wants to be taken serious as a journalist.
She's like, Ariel is not the end all be all kind of thing, and Ariel is a journalist, or like legit
He's the journalist.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, she's right as far as not being the end all be all, but also she's a product of what the opportunity that was given to her. So if she was a real, like a legit journalist, like doing articles and writing papers and documents for us to see and
ask real questions.
That you're in a different lane, but the UFC's not encouraging that. So she's just a product of that. And that's not on Ariel, that's not on Luke Thomas, that's on the UFC. They made sure that the legit journalists are out. So she's just trying to, stay where she fits, She's trying her best, man. I don't have any issues.
She's getting
with
attention right now.
Seems
for sure.
cool.
I missed this last week, but Corey Sandhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov is the main event for UFC Abu Dhabi.
Here's my take on Corey versus Umar Nurmagomedov. Amazing fight. Fantastic. Corey he should fight for the BMF title soon. He has all the balls. Makes no sense. Was he number 2 versus number 11 or something like that? 2 versus 10? So for Corey, it makes no sense. For Umar, it makes all the sense. Such a tough fight. Can Corey win? Absolutely. But it just doesn't. Yeah, Corey's ranked number 2 behind Merab. And Corey Sean's a hell of a fight. And I assume if Corey beats Umar, who's ranked number 10, who's gone down, was what, 9? So if Umar were to lose to Corey and Corey wins that fight, I assume the UFC's like, just get past Umar, which is such a tough fight. I think it's a tougher fight than anybody else ranked behind Corey. I mean, literally the toughest fight. Outside Umar, the next toughest fight would be Merab, then Suga. Stylistically, it's a very tough fight. But if Corey beats him, I imagine UFC's like, take care of him, you get a title shot. Because if Corey beats him, he's undeniable. He's number 2. He just beat Umar. Even though Umar's ranked number 10, we all know his skill-wise, he's above 10. So Corey's doing the Lord's work. Undefeated, 17-0. Kid's a problem.
And that is Corey's plan to beat him and then get a shot against O'Malley.
And we've had Corey, when he was on Food Truck many moons ago, he goes, when I'm champion, I don't want to be that guy that they say, he never fought this guy. He goes, when I'm champion, I want to know in my heart of hearts that I've beat all comers and I'm actually champion.
Badass, yeah.
Like I can beat anybody. There's no bad matchups. Badass. BMF. That's BMF all day. I love BMF now, I gotta be honest. I used to hate it, and then Max solidified it, made it real. I'm all over it now. I'm also with Dan Hardy. I don't want to see Max at 45. I think 55 at his age is the move. Max, Charles Oliveira. Talk amongst yourselves. Let's take a little break from chatting all about Usyk Fury, the biggest heavyweight fight of all time. Because this episode of the Schaub Show is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive. Insurance can be pretty overwhelming and can be expensive these days. That's why you need to get it done right and get a quote from Progressive Insurance. It's easy. You can save money by doing it right from your freaking phone. Drivers who save by switching to Progressive save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Discounts for having multiple vehicles on your policy, being a homeowner, and so much more. So just like your favorite podcast, this one, Progressive will be with you 24/7, 365 days a year, so you're protected no matter what. So get a quote with your car insurance at Progressive.com to join over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates. National average 12 months savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved the Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations. Progressive. Try it.
Quick bout announcements. This is Arnold Allen on 304, which is like the Manchester card, I believe. Yeah, it is Manchester card. So Arnold Allen versus Giga Chikadze, which is a tough fight for
Great
I think both of them, but yeah.
Our boy Arnold needs a win there.
And then Renato Moicano, who's like he's killing it on social media and YouTube and everything else.
He's blown up. Yeah,
he's like a great personality.
I think Patty wants to fight him too. Like it sounds like they want to do it.
Exactly. So Renato called him out, and then Patty did an Instagram, and I'll just play it real quick. He's like, "Yeah, just send the contract. I'm down to do it."
Patty Pimblett saying my name a lot. I'm gonna make easy money off you in Manchester. If you want to see that fight,
Manchester.
Tag all the UFC Dana White. Ask UFC for that fight because that's going to happen.
Let's do it then. You send me the contract. I'll sign it and have it back by tonight.
So Patty's down.
Sounds like it's going down then. 304 is going to be tasty, dude. Tasty. And the problem with that pay-per-view is they're tailoring it towards the U.S. fans, right? So I think that starts at like 4 a.m. over there.
3 or 4, yeah. 3, yeah, which is
And that
crazy.
sucks for the fighters. I'm glad they did it. I don't want to wake up at 4.
Yeah,
I'm up. You know what? It's not that big of a deal for me. I'm kind of up. You know what? That'd be a nice little morning
great
for
for
me,
you, dude.
I would sip my coffee and feed the fish and watch A UFC pay-per-view at 4 a.m.? God damn it. I'm with the English now. I'm with the Brits. I'm half Brit. I'm with them, dude. What are we doing? Why are we tailoring this towards US fans? Because of pay-per-views, points, money. Because at first I was like, oh, it's dope. You know, we don't have to wake up early. And then a little bird on my shoulder went, hey, dumbass, you get up early anyway. This would be lit. I went, you're so right. We'll make some bangers and mash, dude. Remember when we went to England, Chin?
Oh my God. I love that stuff, like blood pudding. I love
disgusting.
That
That's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting.
English breakfast or whatever.
English breakfast is nice. Beaners and mash.
Oh, bangers.
Yeah, I mixed them. Beaners. Sounds like a band. Sounds like a Mexican band.
Oh my God.
What else you got?
Okay. Wait, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I think either Tom Aspinall or Michael Bisping said something like, by that time, 3 a.m., you know, over there they love to drink. They're gonna be so smashed they'll probably be like just done.
Oh, because they're gonna start drinking at 8 p.m.
Yeah, even earlier. Like,
Oh
they just
yeah,
get
or early. So by that
smashed.
time I come, there'll be so many fights in the stands.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one for them.
It sucks for the main event for like Tom Aspinall and like Patty. It sucks.
Yeah, did we? You already talked about this, right? The Apex.
No, not really. I alluded to it because I
Okay.
assumed you'd have it up.
So yeah, Dana White did say at the post-fight press conference for the last fights that they're kind of moving away. They're going to slowly move away from the Apex, and because they want to go to more cities, you know, get more pop from the cities.
So this headline says Dana White goes against Joe Rogan's approval.
It's
Listens to
just the
fans.
headline, yeah. It's
It's a headline. I think from Joe's perspective, and that's fine. From Joe's perspective, it's like, oh, you know, you can hear everything. You know, it's more intense. It's
He likes
more
it, yeah.
intimate. And I'll say this as a former fighter, that sucks. It's such a selfish thing. I'm not saying Joe at all. You know, I absolutely adore Joe.
Yeah.
But take Joe out of it. When people go, I like the Apex. I can hear I can hear the actual punches. I can hear the corner. That's so selfish. Because for everybody else, including the fighters, the performers, it fucking sucks. Now there's a few who go, no, I like it. I don't feel as much pressure. Then you're in the wrong business. But for the majority of fighters, the Apex sucks cock. Like the Ultimate Fighter, when I have to fight in there and there's no crowd, it sucked, dude. Part of the reason you do this is to fight in front of fans, the energy and all that. It really sucks, dude.
Yeah.
So anyone out there that's like, oh, but I can hear the coach. It's not about you. And you're telling me, name one Apex performance during lockdown, different time. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about now. Compare an Apex event compared to St. Louis this past weekend, the Fight Night in St. Louis. You tell me that the fighters did not perform better in front of a crowd. You're out of your mind. You're full of shit. It's also super selfish. And the Apex was supposed to be, remember, a temporary thing. But then the UFC's like, yeah, we can't kind of just knock these out. We don't have the overhead. We're making money. But now TKO's involved and went, hey, bitch, to Dana, no, hold on. We don't have this thing. No, hold on. We don't have to all the liability and fly everybody out and the whole circus. We can just do it here with no fans and not worry about things. We get the same money we do. No, we're going to keep doing it here. So I'm sure there's something going on there. Because Dana, you know, you guys can say what you want about him, but the game would be nowhere near where it's at if it wasn't for him. Mm-hmm. And he knows it's better in front of a crowd. He knows. Of course he knows.
Everyone knows, yeah.
And even he's like, we're making tons of money. This is ridiculous. We're fine. Let's do what we got us to the dance and go into these markets outside of New York, outside of LA, outside of Vegas, and let's build it, continue to build. That's how they got so big. They continue to build. They go to these markets. You've never seen anything like it in person. It's the best event to go to in person. It's fantastic. It's like the Super Bowl every fucking week, whether it's a fight night or pay-per-view. That's what makes the UFC special. The Apex takes all that away. But I can hear the coach's criticism. Shut up. For the fighters, it sucks. But some of the fighters say the pressure. Then they're in the wrong business. Oh, you don't like fighting in front of people? Shut up. The Apex sucks.
Yeah,
but
it's not
again, I'll take it. It's better than nothing. During the lockdown, I was like,
That's when it made sense, though, yeah. During that time, it made sense.
Hey, bro, that was 4 years ago. Right? Mm-hmm. Dan says, I've been saying this for a long time. We got to get out of the Apex, start doing more events in all these different cities. Has he been saying it a long time?
I don't remember. I don't know. It's all good.
I know.
As long as they
I know. Like the media side, we've been saying it for 4 years. As soon as the pandemic's over, it's like, yes, back with fans. Maybe he has been saying it a long time. I missed it.
I missed it too.
Maybe I missed it.
Oh, so this also. So Nate Diaz versus Jorge Masvidal, the boxing match. It's gonna be pushed over to a new date and location, which is kind of tricky.
And I've known this for a hot second. Obviously, I can't leak anything here because I work with Game Bread, right, as an analyst. So half of it's Game Bread, half of it's Nate's promotion. And when they said it was going down June 1st, well, remember that goes completely against
302.
UFC 302.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Fury, Anthony Joshua, Usyk. I don't care what other event you got going on. You don't want to go head to head with the UFC, especially on a major pay-per-view, and this is a big one, June 1st. Nightmare. So I knew it was getting changed a hot second ago. They actually never really had the venue locked down. And then the UFC allowing Nate and Jorge to fight, they had to get that grant from, the okay from Dana and the brass for them to even fight. And then not only did they allow them to fight, but then they were going to go head toe-to-toe with the UFC at 302. Not happening. So now they switched it. It's in July now, and it's in Anaheim.
Yeah.
I don't know
Honda
why they
Center.
switched locations. That's a little weird. I feel like LA is a better place to do that with that fan base, but hopefully it goes well.
Alrighty. This one, I didn't look too much into it, but apparently there are tickets for Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson that are an MVP package that costs $2 million.
What's the MVP package include?
Damn it. I highlighted it, but it's gone up. But here we go. Here's the other packages real quick.
Contender package, $3,500. Okay. $2
Champion
million
package.
includes what? Once in a lifetime. Okay.
Here's the $2 million. Let's go here.
Let me see if it's worth it. The $2 million price tag also comes with a stadium arrival experience, security escort during the night. That'd be lit. Pre-fight locker room photo with Paul and Mike Tyson. Okay. Gloves signed by both fighters for all 10 guests. Okay. 10 of your homies. A private green room with top shelf open bar, all-inclusive food menu, and post-fight in-ring photo. Oh, my God, man. I don't have the money, but damn, it's a tasty deal.
It's dope.
Yeah, it's super dope.
But not $2 million, though.
I mean, if he got it. In addition to the Fight Night festivities, the package also promises exclusive access during all Fight Week activities, transportation, premium gifts. What's premium gifts? Along with access to VIP lounge, front row seats for all various activations, such as press conference weigh-ins. Members of the party with the MVP owners experience also get 2-night stay at the official Fight Hotel or similar luxury hotel option for 10 guests, featuring a penthouse suite for 2. It's a small penthouse. And 4 rooms to accommodate the other guests. Members of the party will also be provided with a private luxury mini coach transportation to and from events on Friday and Saturday.
It's just like if you want to really show off to your if you're super rich and you want to show off, then that's what they're trying to go for. But
Well, what's 2 million divided by 10 if it's like a 10-person thing?
is it 10? Because
It'd be 200,000.
Let's do it. Hey, you get to ref the fight.
Yeah, you get to be one of the judges. Yeah. You've talked all this shit your entire life. Now try it. It's exhausting.
but there will be people that do some crazy ass rich people.
Oh, this is a sellout.
Yeah, it's like.
And I was ready to like make fun of this and like light it up. Pretty good offer. I mean,
Pretty good.
If you got the money, dude, in ring, you get to go to the freaking locker rooms before the fight and get pictures of you and 10 of your buddies.
Plus, if you think about it, you're getting both gloves signed. What can you sell those for? You can make some money back there.
The other premium, what's premium gifts?
Yeah.
Do I get like a Rolex? Like a one-of-one Mike Tyson Rolex?
You must, dude, for $2 million.
$2 million. The penthouse that only fits 2 people would be my.
But they said 4 rooms to accommodate the other guests. So.
I know, but what kind of penthouse is for 2 people? Dude, I was ready to make fun of this package. After going through what it includes, not a bad deal.
$2 million.
You know how stupid rich you have to be to spend $2 million on a fight? Someone's going to do it.
Yeah.
And they're going to post their name. We're all going to make fun of them.
It'd be like Zuckerberg.
Probably he would do it. And then be like, I want to box. And was like, you can do it. This is amazing. You're one of us. He's all, thank you. What else you got, Jen?
This is a quick one. This is kind of MMA related, but Dana White posted a video of a FedEx driver like throwing boxes into a truck. It kind of went viral.
And the guy got fired.
He got fired. He ended up getting fired.
If you saw,
I mean, if you saw the video, he was kind of smooth. It didn't look like he was just like tossing him. He was like,
just lining him up.
Yeah,
but he was
if
like,
that was my package, I'd be like,
I would be pissed off too. Yeah.
Yeah, some of my stuff when I'm wearing like car parts and shit. Like that's like the carbon fiber parts. I would be like, hey, bro.
We see like it seems like he's like throwing it on top of the other packages, like not going crazy.
And if they're packaged right, what if he's a FedEx employee? He's been there like 20 years and just knows the weight of the package. Yeah. Damn, homeboy got fired.
He got fired. I mean, you have to, dude. It's
some of those he's tossing pretty hard. You ever seen the way Southwest handles your luggage?
Dude.
They're all fucking piece of shit. Sucks the guy lost his job, but also don't throw packages.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
You want to do any more? You good?
I think that's it, brother.
Okay.
All right, kids, enjoy Fury versus Usyk. Like I told you, just to recap, I think it's going to be a great fight, especially if you understand the sweet science of boxing. You got the two best heavyweights on the planet. One's actually a natural cruiserweight. But style-wise, skill-wise, they're the very two best on the planet. The Saudis came up with all the money in the world to make this fight happen for us. But again, if you're looking for Fury versus Wilder, this ain't one of those. You're not getting knockdowns. This thing's going to decisions to be controversial, and they're going to redo it in October. That's my prediction. And I'll side with Fury, but it's going to be controversial. Who knows what's going to happen? But I guarantee you get the rematch. That's how this happens. Sorry to rain on your parade. You get a fight night, but it is what it is. Is in the Apex?
Yep.
Refuse
4
to cover
p.m.
it. I refuse to cover it. That's my stance.
But Barboza's fighting, which is great. He's a
If
good
it
guy.
was 10 years ago, I'd be stoked, Chin.
And Adrian Yanez.
Oh, our boy, Adrian
yeah.
Yanez.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Good for him coming back. Cass Williams. All right. I'm not mad at this card, but it's at Apex. Shout out to Adrian Yanez.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
offensive to put him on a fight night at the Apex.
I
and
know.
he's the 4th on the main card. But enjoy the fights. I'll probably be at Monster Jam, but either way, I'll see the Usyk Fury fight. Love you guys. Like, subscribe, do your thing. I'm out.